Right, you will want to grab a piece of white paper. It's okay if it's lined paper. If you've run out of plain white paper at this point, that will be fine. You can pause the video while you're gathering your supplies. At the end of the paper airplane video, stick around for another message from Mrs. McGinnis on how to record your video.
Let's start by folding the paper in half, kind of like a hot dog bun. Then unfold it again and lay it flat. Now, fold down the top two corners. Try to line up each corner so that it reaches all the way to the fold in the middle. Now stop and take a look. So far, you should have a piece of paper that looks like a square at the bottom with two triangles on top. If that's what yours looks like, then let's keep going. Find the outer corner of each triangle and fold the triangle over so that corner touches the middle fold too. Now, close up your paper and flip it over. Fold down each side just about halfway to make wings. And you've got a paper airplane. Let's see how it does. That was pretty good, but how does a paper airplane fly? Well, it's all about forces. And in fact, the forces that help paper airplanes glide are the same ones that keep a real airplane flying high in the sky. A force is something that pushes or pulls on something else. And there are a couple of different forces that act on your paper airplane to make it fly. First, you need a force that creates forward movement. That kind of force is called thrust. In real airplanes, thrust is created by engines, which make the jet move forward by taking in a bunch of air and then pushing it out the back really fast. But our airplane is just made out of paper, no engines. So where are you going to get the thrust? That's right, from you. When you throw a paper airplane, you're providing the thrust by pushing the plane forward. After that initial push, your plane doesn't get any more thrust. It just glides, which is one of the reasons that it eventually falls to the ground. We don't just want our plane to go forward. We want it to float on the air. So we need another force to get our airplane flying high. This one's called lift, and it comes from the shape of the plane. Try making an unfolded piece of paper fly. It's hard. That's because the paper needs sturdy wings in order to fly. But when your airplane's wings slice through the air, they create lift. As your plane moves, the wings push air out of the way. But the air has to go somewhere, so it quickly gets out of the way by moving up and over the wing. And the faster that air moves over the wing, the less time it has to push down on it. So the air above the wing is pushing on the plane less than the air below it. This force makes the plane go up. A big airplane needs more lift to get off the ground than a small airplane. That's why bigger planes need bigger wings. Now, the plane that you and I made doesn't have a whole lot of lift because the wings are so thin. So in order to fly, this airplane needs a whole lot of thrust, which means you need to throw it hard. But there are lots of different ways to make paper airplanes.
Now that you've made a paper airplane, you are ready to record your video. I want you to watch the next short video clip to get an idea of what we're trying to do. Mrs. McGinnis is going to make a video of all of the videos you send to me. I will link them together and make it look as though you are throwing and catching the paper airplanes to each other. The video clip I'm going to show you as an example, they are using a softball that they're throwing to their friends. As you saw in the video, those friends were taking the softball, catching it from the right, and then throwing it to the left. That's exactly what we're going to do with our paper airplane. You need to have the iPad in front of you recording, have someone pass the airplane to you on your right, catch it, look at the screen, tell me one thing you love about learning remotely, and one thing you miss about school. And then turn to the right and throw the airplane to the right. Mrs. McGinnis will collect all your videos from Blooms, and then I will put them together in one movie and I'll send it back to you. When you watch the movie, it's going to look as though your friends are throwing you the paper airplane to catch and that you're throwing it to another friend. Doesn't this sound like fun?